Hello, hi, Mark Werts here. I'm founder CEO at American Rag. Thank you, Hank, for inviting me to speak with your fellow Trojans. Hi, Trojans, how are you? I think I was sitting in that desk about 100 years ago. I'm an alumni of USC. I'm also founder and CEO at American Rag. You might know we have a store on La Brea and elsewhere throughout the world. Hank asked me to talk to you today about certain questions, and because I'm sort of a rebel of sorts, I'll address just certain questions, but others I'm just going to kind of wing it. I'm going to talk to you about old school and new school marketing. Let's get right into it. So I went to Thunderbird Graduate School of International Management, which is in Glendale, Arizona, now has been absorbed as a part of ASU. And I had a marketing class that I had to have in order to get my degree. And I'm not going to mention the professor's name because Hank knows him and knows of him. But I remember one day that he came in and he said, "Gentlemen, today I'm going to talk to you about how to market a resort." And this is in the 60s when you know there was a great social conscious, etc. So he came in and said, "Gentlemen, I want you to remember 20 is the magic number. 20 is the magic number. So you get them 20 miles outside the city and they can't come back in. So to get them 20 miles outside the city, you lure them in with a cheap flight. You get them in there with a room deal, you know, third night free, fourth, fifth night free, whatever it is. You get them in there. You get them 20 miles out, because once you get them 20 miles out, they ain't going to come back in. And once you have them, and once they're there, then you zing them. You zing them, you zing them, you zing them. You get them on the breakfast. You get them on the newspaper. You get them on the beach. You get them on the happy hour. You get them on the cocktails. You get them on the dinner, gentlemen. And you zing them, you zing them, you zing them. That's how you make money in marketing. So, you know, as an impressionable 21-year-old, that was really an interesting story, very good story, because or a lecture, because I never forgot it. I never forgot that one. Another marketing thought, just it comes from an airplane trip I have, and usually I never speak to anybody on an airplane, but this time it was 5:30, and they came and said, "Would you like a cocktail?" The guy next to me said, "Well, yes, I certainly would." So I said, "Well, I'll join you." Anyway, I got to talk to him, and I asked him after a little bit. I said, "Well, what do you do?" And he says, "Well, I fly all over the world. I'm a marketing guy." And I said, "Oh, really? You're a marketing guy? So who are your clients?" He Walmart, Target, Macy's. You know, he went all over the world. Sam's Club, I remember. And so, you know, I didn't want to talk to him about that. I talked to him about his family and sports and this and that. But right before we landed, I looked over to him and trying to pick his brain, as it were, and I said, so give me the 2-sentence down and dirty of what you do in marketing, that you travel all over the world and you make, you know, 7 figures for all these companies improving their marketing. And he said, "Well, yes, it's easy." And I said, "Okay." He said, "Well, I tell the customer about the product." And I said, "Okay, and?" He said, "No, that's it." I said, "You mean that's it? You just tell the customer about the product?" He said, "Yeah, that's it, basically." He says, that's what I do. In my own personal marketing, I started off in vintage clothing, and vintage clothing is basically a discard. So basically what I did is I took a discard and I marketed it. So I dry cleaned it, I color coordinated it, I sized it, I packaged it, and then I presented it. So at something that cost 13 cents a pound, I used to retail at $40. But it was the same object. It was someone else's discard, became someone else's desired product. So that was just a marketing ploy, and I built my career on that. Hank asked me to answer various questions. What would you do after USC and this and that? And he also told me to keep it to 5 minutes. So 5 minutes goes by quickly. So I'm going to let Hank talk to you about social media, and I'm going to let Hank talk to you about, and I'm sure you are, about marketing in the year 2018. But words of advice. One thing is that I would encourage you is to never work. If you are working, I don't know, you're doing something that you don't want to be doing in order for financial gain. What I would do is I would follow your love and your passion so that you never work. So that would be really my key. So if marketing's your thing, and transforming products and bring them into the marketplace, and using all your creative skills to do that, and that's what you love to do, please do it. Because you'll be very successful at it. People that work aren't successful. People that follow their love and passion are always successful. So that would be my little tidbit on words of advice. Anyway, thank you for having me. And Hank, I'll see you soon. Bye.